Hi, so we're here today with, I'm sorry, I totally forgot your name. What's your name?
That's Jenna.
with Jenna.
So
I'm here today with Jenna.
Yeah, so Nealon.Kevin.Bodhi. So this is Kevin Nealon.
This is our old
Why
friend.
do you even need introductions? Like
This is
Saturday Night Live mofo.
This is our old friend Kevin Nealon.
Best known with Bodhi from Hiller and Diller.
Really?
That's where
That's
they
true.
first met.
1997.
We did a TV show called Hiller and Diller.
Jenna was on the same network.
Yeah.
Dharma and Greg.
Yeah.
Which I did maybe two
You
or
did,
three of.
yeah.
Now that's going to sound interesting because it's just going to be like a smokers thing.
I have a voice box.
It's just going to be
I
like
have a voice box.
and
Do guys with a voice box actually hold it here with a show?
yeah.
We're not prejudiced against voice box people.
Oh my God. So this will be, and I'll tell you now, it's obnoxious, and you've already chastised me about it, but this will be
I'm
the best
the
spot for
master
you.
microphone holder.
Because here's what I do: is I hold it there, and you can't see my face.
He goes like this.
Which is stupid. So this is the spot. This is the sweet
So
spot.
No.
Kevin already gave us shit that we don't have clip-on mics.
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell Bodhi, get the fucking
No, this
clip-on
looks very
mics.
amateurish here. Here's what I'm proposing.
Okay.
For myself,
Yeah.
the way I'm gonna hold the mic, like
Yeah.
when I'm doing like
Stand
urban
up?
shows,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I will hold it like this. Ghetto. That's the ghetto grip.
Oh.
Okay.
Ghetto grip.
Yeah.
Or on this
So
side.
that you're like real to them, right?
Yeah. Angle like that.
Yeah, you're like hip-hop stand-up guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, so I'm gonna talk some shit to you and I'm gonna be funny because it's urban and I'm gonna hold my mic.
And Jenna, this angle looks familiar to you, doesn't it?
It's
Yeah.
just, it's upsetting.
Oh,
It's
God,
How's
it's
this feel,
upsetting.
Jenna?
Well, it's not usually like this, it's usually like this. Or in the middle of the night like this.
Yeah, like I knock it again't your head.
Well, you don't even know what
All
you're
right,
doing,
stop
so
fighting
sometimes
already.
it does.
Man,
It's
it
been a
started
rough-
already.
We don't even want, you don't even want to go there, Kevin. It's been I've been a fuck. Okay, so first of all, I want to say a little thing.
Can we acknowledge the last podcast?
No. I meant to tell you, don't acknowledge the last podcast.
Never happened.
That never happened.
These are not the droids you're looking for. These are not the asshole husbands you're looking for.
The great thing about Kevin Nealon, I just want to say before we
One of
begin,
the great things.
the great. We've known each other for a long time, and I'll run into Kevin, or Jen and I will run into Kevin sometimes at like premieres or red carpets and stuff. And here's the really cool thing about Kevin, is that he could be talking to like really big, giant, famous people. I mean, like he'll have a conversation with some huge person, and he'll always stop, and I'll walk by, and always stop and say like, Bodhi, hey Bodhi, how you doing? And he'll have a conversation. He's that guy that always.
So unprofessional. Very
I always
unprofessional.
went in my head, and I've known this for like now it's
Big
been like
man.
20 years. Like this is a mensch. This is a guy that's just like a people person and a good guy. And I always have thought about that, and it's always one of those things that, because you know that it's so uncomfortable in those worlds, in that world of like,
Looking for any distraction.
You're gonna asshole it up a little bit. You
Now,
gotta
here's
have
the
to
problem.
asshole it up a little bit.
you know, where they're in the fucking press line, you're in a conversation until someone else walks by, and then all of a sudden the fucking head.
Yeah. But now that you've said that, now I have to do that every time I see you now. Otherwise, you're going to think I'm an asshole.
Well, no, because you've been on the podcast. Now, what would it matter? It's not like you're going to be on it again.
No, now you're just gonna be like so blasé. He doesn't even need to. He's just gonna be like, hey.
There's
He's not gonna feel the need to invest the energy.
there's a few people that are always, you can tell have done this for a while and aren't into the bullshit of it. You're one, and there's fucking now I hate that. There's a few others that are always like, I don't give a shit about this. It's like I kind of just want to have a good conversation with someone that's nice or down to earth.
Well, the problem with the red carpet stuff is, for me particularly, it never goes anywhere. They'll take a million pictures.
You have to open up.
Okay, here's the thing. We have to have a dishwasher.
This happens every time.
Open the dishwasher and then close
Open
it
the
again.
dishwasher?
Fucking dishwasher. Just open it and then close it.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah,
some of
we're
those
good
dishes
now.
away while you're at
And
it.
yes, please.
Okay. So this is a professional
Sorry.
show.
So the problem with the red carpet.
The problem for me is like, they'll take a million pictures, but you never see those pictures anywhere.
I know.
Yes.
Unless you do something silly, like one time I went to one, I put a donut in my mouth. I had a box of donuts.
And that's it.
It was showed up.
I'm gonna get like on my knees and then pretend to like blow
Who?
Donald Trump or something.
Wow, that's amazing, Jenna.
And then I think that I might get some press coverage.
He's
this
He
guy.
owns
he's
a
an
lot of property
entrepreneur.
guy.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He
now.
doesn't deserve my blowjob, but I would just.
But it's
mock
good
like I was
practice.
good, you know.
I saw a car in Beverly Hills the other day that had a Trump bumper sticker on it, and I've never seen one before. And I pulled up behind it, and then I pulled alongside. I thought, I wonder who was voting for Trump, because I've never seen anybody
Los
that's
Angeles.
voting for Trump. And it had tinted windows.
You never
So
saw
I
him.
followed
They're
the
probably
car.
bulletproof.
Because you
too.
followed it.
I followed it for like 20 minutes,
You're awesome.
and it finally pulled over, and the door opened up, and out came Trump.
Oh, really?
Are you kidding me? Oh wow. I was gonna say
Oh,
wow.
Okay, I
He got
found-
me twice.
You guys are gullible. I like that.
He got me twice. I was standing in the pantry, the door's open, we're chatting, and he goes, "Wow, you guys really have a lot of coffee." And I go, "Yeah, we like it." And he closed the door on me, locked me in the pantry.
You are
And I was like,
gullible.
"I like getting gotten.
You are gullible.
I like it.
Do you remember the call I did the other day where she asked me my name and it's G Ullable?
Yes.
I got a
spam call.
I got a
And you
spam
went
call.
to town with
And I just
her.
went to town on her. She said it was a spam call that says like, we've got your name from a close group of friends that say that you're going to be the actor that you've always wanted to be. And I was like, what? And she kept going, and I was like, all right, I'm going to take her there. She's like, so all you have to do is give me your name and your phone number, Social Security number, and we're going to put you in a fly you out to Los Angeles for a Hollywood motion picture, the whole thing. So I went to town on her, and my name was.
You didn't go to town on her.
What was my name? It was Reginald G.
Reginald.
Reginald G. Ullable. and I kept her on the phone. She had an IQ of like 50.
Like fully buying it.
Yeah.
I could hear her voice like.
So
like a cartoon
like really
phone call?
enthusiastically,
Like a Popeye
like
call.
Yeah.
totally.
I love marketers and those spam calls because as much as I should just hang up, I just love to mess with them.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, who you calling for?
Totally.
Let me see if he here. Damascus. Where's your mother at? And it just takes up all their time, you know?
Do you know that's the thing I've done before that's my favorite is I just put Story, my oldest, on the phone.
Yeah.
And I don't tell him anything. I say, Story, it's for you. And then I walk away. And he's like, hello? And they go into their pitch. And he's like 7 or 8.
And he has a really good sense of humor.
And-
What do you mean he's 7 or 8?
Well, I mean, at the time he's been doing. No, how old
You really
he
pay
is.
attention to your
No,
kids
I know
like
how old he
that. I
is.
think
He's
a
around
boy. It's
7
a
or
boy,
8.
I'm pretty sure.
Bodhi and his kids are just like this.
No, I mean, I've been doing this for about 2 years where I put him on the phone. So I'm saying I was giving
You've been
the
doing
audience.
fatherhood for about 2 years.
Yeah.
Kicked in.
I kicked in. Kevin.
Don't you think you guys have come to the end of your run with this marriage?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes. No,
Actually,
really.
yesterday,
Why-
No, that's not even a
I
joke.
thought-
Why are you
No,
hanging
we're
on?
done.
In the last 2 days, there's 3 different times where I went, I'm good. I'm done.
Moving on.
And then I went like this. I'm not kidding. I was like, I think this is it.
This is the one.
And I was thinking it through, and I thought, well, how would I like to be treated? Well, we're all assholes, and he's an asshole. Okay, so I'm gonna. I'm not done. And then I was like, okay. I pulled myself up by the white bootstraps and benevolence, and I walked out, and I was like, so what's happening, honey? How can I help you? Like really doing my best. And then I got you talking.
Yeah.
And then I actually understood more. And I was less judgmental and hating you. Though you were so missing the beat on like, I
bigger
was
picture.
all, yeah. You
Kevin,
missed
can I
it
tell you what happened?
completely.
Can I tell you what
You're
happened,
Such a
Kevin?
dick.
I think I know what happened.
Okay.
You weren't listening. I saw a great shirt the other day. It said, I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right.
Yeah, that's familiar.
Uh-huh. What
That's
happened?
humanity.
What happened, buddy?
I was in a bit of a funk about something.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We've
I was
all been there.
Yeah, so I was in the middle of a bit of a funk. So we get up and I'm sort of handling a couple of things, and Jenna comes into the room, literally almost like on wings, right? Like like
She
hummingbird.
was high.
Completely on, but because she had gone.
I went to this like event the night before, this charity event, where this guy from India, like amazing humanitarian, talking about all the stuff he does for these kids who are human trafficking. It's not a hilarious comedy subject, but young children in India, and he's gone against like full like mafia India dudes, Russian roulette, and he's like, you give me those fucking children you took from my orphanage, you give them because they do like organ harvest. It's horrible stuff. And he's like withstood knife wounds and gunshot and like the amount of integrity this guy has and what he does every morning. He gets up at 4:00. He's like he's amazing. So I was like on a high of like inspiration, going, we need to do more with our life in this world. This guy's doing that. and what are we doing?
Jenna, who's always been like that, Kevin, has always been very like benevolent,
I'm
right?
just gonna eat
Like,
chocolate.
yeah. So because otherwise
I
I'll
almost
never-
went on my thing that we talked about that other podcast.
She gets serious
where I
fast.
suddenly turned very priestly.
She'll make a left turn and it'll go into like on the night of 4th of November, the kids are the children. So she does that. Okay, so she came out fluttering about this charity event with this guy. I'm in a bit of a funk. So, but I'm thinking in my head,
Because you're not a giving person.
no, and
You don't understand it.
No, and but
You know he's never been called a mensch.
that's not true.
Maybe by the end of today.
Like by what? By the dog?
Okay, so here's that. So So she comes out and she's telling these amazing stories, and I'm going through something, and I'm like, okay, this is an amazing story, what she's saying, and it is beautiful. So let me acknowledge her, right? So I'm like, that's amazing, right? And I'm trying to be gracious to the things that she's saying because it's beautiful, it's hardcore, and she's very inspired by the helping of people, and this is beautiful. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I just need to finish what I'm working on right now. Okay, so, but I give her like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes of like, oh man, honey, that's really beautiful. Oh wow, God, that's fucking far out. So then she wants to go.
Within there, you're like, I can't hear this right now about the kids.
Oh, she tried to go deep on the kid part, and I was like, I kind of don't want to hear about harvesting organs for the kids, like it's, because she's doing it because it's.
You're not
at least I wasn't saying it right before we're about to have sex. Which is what I usually do.
I'm city folk. I don't want to hear. Okay, so it's horrible, and I was like, okay, keep telling your story. Just don't go into the gruesome details because Jenna likes going into gruesome details on that stuff. So I'm doing pretty good, Kevin. I'm keeping with her on it. Okay. Then
You're giving her the time and the attention.
Because it's deserving. Yes. But here's what happens.
Acknowledging.
She wants to go next level on the conversation. In that she's like, we need to right now talk about our lives and what we're doing to make the world better.
Let's start writing some checks. Is that where she went?
She was like, we need to move to India and start like, and so I went like this. I went, honey, I can't. They're gonna hate me. I shouldn't talk about that.
No, that's actually not what you did.
Okay.
How you got out of the conversation was psychotic.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead and chime in what you said, but that's not how it ended.
Well, I couldn't find all of my camping equipment from there was some really
That was on your mind.
There was some very expensive camping equipment that I bought that's missing. And I was trying to get it because we were leaving for the day to go on bicycle rides with the kids, and I needed my camelbacks, the water filtration systems. They were all gone. And I couldn't find them. And we were leaving the house for the day when Jenna decided to talk about. So I was like,
so I'm mid talk.
Yeah, you're very passionate about what happened. And you're passionate about finding your camelback.
He's nodding like this.
But I'm acknowledging.
But he doesn't say. He said a couple things in the middle, and I'm talking. I'm continuing to talk. And he turns, goes over to the freezer, opens the freezer. I'm like, because we really need to do more with our lives. He opens the freezer.
They're supposed to be in the freezer. I keep them in the freezer.
I'm like, what? Are you mad at me? He's like, the camelbacks aren't in the freezer. What the fuck? Those things get destroyed. They get moldy. They're not in the fucking freezer.
Wait a minute.
He interrupts my talk to do that.
It's bad, Kevin. It's bad. I know it's bad.
And I go, what the fuck? Fuck? Are you serious right now? Like, fucking can't you interrupt me to say the fuck? This guy wakes up at 4:30 to bring like fucking healthy water to like kids and like risks his life, and you just interrupted me to like be concerned about your fucking camelback?
I had been looking for the camelbacks.
That's why I was considering divorce.
I had been looking for the camelbacks before she came in to talk about the kids in India. It wasn't like I decided to to look for camelbacks when she was...
So what you're saying is maybe Jenna should have been a little more thoughtful and come in and said, Bodhi, excuse me, are you busy right now?
Thank you, Kevin.
But she didn't.
Thank you, Kevin. That's all I needed. Thank you.
Okay, I understand.
So like you get me.
Now here's a great way to end an argument.
Yeah.
That a friend of mine told me once.
Yeah.
You argue.
Yeah.
Then you say your last piece.
Yeah.
But when you end your piece, when you said why you think you're right, at the end you go, but you might be right. Because then that gives them a glimmer of hope. Oh, he heard me, and I might be right.
Yeah.
And it diffuses the argument. Try that next time.
Okay, can I try it now?
Try it right now.
Okay, good. So, Jenna, I can't find the camelbacks. It's really important.
Wait, let me be mid-talking about world peace.
Okay.
And he wakes up at 4:30 every day and feeds 200 children before he goes to his own orphanage of 600 children that he personally...
I'm listening.
You can interrupt her now.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Because I'm so used to going on forever. I thought I don't even want to try to stop it now.
Okay. You have to now get a sour face because there's no camelbacks in the freezer.
All right, start again.
So this guy feeds all these fucking children before he goes to his own orphanage and like who he's personally adopted. What?
I have hundreds of dollars worth of camelbacks, water filtration systems that I keep in the freezer so they don't rot, and I can't find them. Someone took them out.
Way more mad than that.
No, you don't get to do it and tell me. That's not how, Kevin. That's not how it works, right?
I get way more angry.
I get to do it the way I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But
she perceived you as being much angrier.
Yeah, but
so anyway,
Okay,
just tell her why you're looking for it.
Okay, sorry.
So now I'm confused. Do I start again?
Here, do it to me. I'll be the one
feeds
looking
Okay,
for
you
it.
be Bodhi, because I'm gonna fuck this
Okay,
up.
I'm gonna be Bodhi,
Because you
so-
know the general area.
I know, just the last sentence.
Yeah.
You're not even going to know the depths of anger on the camel.
No, he'll get it. He gets it. He gets it.
Okay, he feeds like 200 children before he goes to his own
yeah,
orphanage.
Yeah. God damn it!
What?
You know full well what. I had my Camelbacks in this fucking freezer. That's where I keep them because they're expensive. I can't find them now. You know what they're paying for those? $500 per Camelback. That water is gonna rot now.
I was talking about a dude who fucking takes care of children in India, motherfucker.
I know, but I'm talking about Camelbacks, and they're very expensive. Look, I understand what you're saying, and that's a good point. We need to do more, but I can't find this, and that's what I was looking for to begin with, and I can't find it now. And yes, maybe I should have been listening. Maybe you were right.
Yeah, it works. Wow. It works, but you have to do it as Larry David, just like that.
Fuck. That was black belt material, Kevin.
That's black belt right there.
That was black belt. Now.
That actually really works. That
Yeah,
really
you
works.
might be right.
Motherfucker, that was some ninja shit just now.
It is a little bit of knot too. So next time I'm going to put him in my own place, but you might be right.
Wow.
Some ninja
You
shit.
got to believe. You got to really sell.
Yeah,
that,
yeah. No, bad acting.
Can't go.
doesn't
You
cut
might
it.
be right.
Yeah, no, I don't. Now I feel like that's a blow off.
Yeah, you might be right.
Wow.
And that means I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Does your wife give you lots of sex?
Yeah, you must be pulling
Do
this
you
off.
actually do that in your life? Do you use the "you might be right"?
You know what?
Or has she got drift of this
No, don't
as
tell-
a technique?
don't
Because you
tell your
can't
wife
do it
about
every
We don't air this
time.
podcast. It's just for our. It's just for us at night. We just watch these at
You
night.
can't. Once you do the "you might be right," and now I know about it, I'm not going to believe him.
Well,
ever.
I'll vary. No, I can vary the you might be. It's not the words you might be right. It's the general concept of
Oh, I
because
see.
I could be like, wow, that guy's fucking doing some major shit. When I'm done finding my Camelbacks that someone has lost, I'm gonna get back into this conversation with you.
I think I've learned a lot.
We're gonna revisit this.
You guys have been married for 26 years.
26 years.
But you've been married to the same person. I've been married for about 26 years to two different people.
Okay.
So I've learned a lot.
God, that seems
more.
so much
I have
easier.
Is your
different
second
kind of
wife funnier
aspects.
though, right?
She's very funny.
Yeah, she has a better well, I don't know who your first wife was.
Jenna had herself in a lot of hot water there. She started the conversation, and then all of a sudden she went red, and then she did the.
But it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. But
I'm
like
gonna email your first wife this podcast.
We never met her, for the record.
Is she still alive? Okay.
No, I killed her once because I couldn't find something I was looking for.
Oh, but if he's a widower, how awful would it be just now? No, she passed a few years before, but
you might be right.
But so yeah, I've seen all the different angles of but I think listening is the biggest thing you can do. The most important thing. The women in general.
But if you're self-important, you don't really listen.
Well, at least pretend to listen.
I love you so much. You're fucking amazing.
Listening is very important, and also when they start repeating the same story over and over again, don't correct
That's advice
them
for me.
and say that you've repeated the same. I know this story. Don't cut to the chase. Say, yeah, I know, and then you.
It is an Elfman quality. My dad
He
does the
does
same
that.
thing. We'll all
Really?
tell the same stories.
You just go
Over and over.
Over and over. My dad tells the same. My dad has
I
5
go I'm
stories.
just gonna check Instagram because
My dad has 5 stories about my childhood because he didn't see me that much.
He only
anyway.
has 5 stories.
So he has 5
times.
stories, and those 5 stories he goes with every time we're out in public with people. And there's a certain point, and over the years, he's moved them slightly into a more dramatic world. Like they've gone slightly more dramatic because he's gotten older and he wants a bigger life that his son has led. So the 5 things that he's excited for me for they're pathetic because they've gotten bigger and grander than they really are.
Yeah.
So in my head,
And he
I'm
only
thinking,
has 5.
yeah. So in my head, I'm thinking, that's all I've really done, and I haven't really even done that.
Can I just tell you how great this chocolate is?
So tell me about it.
Yeah. So
So you have chocolate on the show every time?
yeah, we always eat chocolate.
Well,
it's
I
different
love
kinds.
dark chocolate. And this is
That
really
one's amazing.
special. Sea salt is on it.
Yeah.
And it's called a chip.
It's called Poco Dolce chocolate. J.K. Simmons introduced me to this when we were filming the show Growing Up Fisher. And they're dark chocolate. Well, they have different flavors.
There's
this
no
one's
BS
the
on the
burnt
top either.
caramel. No, it's dark
Yeah.
chocolate, a little sea salt, and this crunchy burnt caramel toffee inside, and it's
It is so
crazy.
good.
This
Makes
is what
you
I
wanna
get for
have
Christmas presents.
This would go great with a glass of red wine.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't even have.
Sunday morning.
My dad calls this house the wine killer because we'll get gifts of wine or champagne. We'll put them in the pantry on the top shelf,
we hardly
away
ever
from the
drink.
kids, and we
Yeah,
never
that's
drink once or twice a year. And then my dad comes over.
I drink a little more than that.
I almost never drink, and my dad is a huge red wine drinker, so he'll come over and he'll steal our red wine, but then it's always gone bad in the top shelf of the pantry. He's like, you fucking guys kill your red wine, because he's the guy that knows where in the house it should go. That's the dankest and the coldest.
When I was 21, I went to France and I brought back, wine. You get local wines in some of those regions there for like, $2 a bottle
Right.
or whatever,
Oh my
And
God,
they're amazing bottles of
amazing.
wine.
I brought back like 8 bottles in my suitcase. I put them inside my socks. I double up the socks.
Yeah.
Just stretched out
How
the
was
socks.
customs
Yeah.
for you on that?
No problem.
Oh.
It was in the bag. And and I saved those bottles for years and years.
Don't know.
And I must have had one for like 15 years. And they had been through hot summers in the closet,
Oh, Jesus.
standing upright.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And then I remember we had a party at our house. We were living in Malibu at the time. And what's her name? The actress came over from Thelma and Louise.
Gina Davis.
Gina Davis, yeah.
I love Gina.
Yeah,
She's a
great.
friend of mine.
Yeah.
I love her.
So she goes, "Do you have any wine?" I thought, "Oh my God, this is the perfect occasion to break out like my best wine." Yeah, sure enough, I got it. I am so poor. The cork kind of crumbled as I took it out.
Of course,
so,
right?
This is good. This is going to be
Yeah, this is going to be good. It's aged.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And I poured her a heavy glass of wine, and she goes, "Thank you." I said, "You're welcome." And she came back like 2 minutes later off the balcony. She goes, "This kind of tastes like vinegar." "Oh, let me get you the good stuff." I got her like
Oh, sorry.
$2 chocolate or something.
I poured you the vinegar. Sorry.
Oh my God, it looks just like wine.
Oh,
But
sorry,
actually,
yes.
that is vinegar.
Yeah. Oh, there's the pennies on the bottom. I'm sorry.
That's what we do. That's the same stuff we've done a million times to my father, who can tell. The real people that know their wine, they can tell by looking at the cork and the top of the wine to see if it's done that already.
Oh, really?
Like my father has come over before and he's gone, you fuckers, gone.
Yeah.
What, through
that's
the
gone.
glass?
Yeah, through the bottle. He can
What
see.
about these people at the restaurant? They
Oh,
switch it around
come
like
on,
that.
they drive me
They hold it like
crazy.
this, the stem like
Yeah,
this.
they hold the
Yeah.
stem like that.
And they do that.
Yeah.
And they snap it. put them up.
Yeah.
When I do that, because I've watched them do it,
Yeah.
I'm like a kid emulating my father. When I don't know what I'm doing.
It's like Lucille Ball when she's doing the chocolates and she has no idea. She's just emulating motions.
I'm just doing it for like the waiter,
Right.
the sommelier,
Yeah.
Right.
for whoever's with us. Like I think I know.
Th-
And when
there-
they bring it to me first to get my opinion of it, that's the wrong person.
I always stop him.
That's like being in a band and the guy
Yeah.
going like this to you. Take it.
Take it. And you've never held the instrument before. And you're like,
But this chocolate is really
So
vinegary.
Serious.
So here's my question. So you've been married since about 2005, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And you also, like me, married way up, meaning your wife is charming and beautiful. I went way out of my
You got a
pay
married
grade.
level.
Yeah, way out of my pay grade. And
On so many levels.
do you have to deal with people like, for the last 26 years, I've had people deal with like, oh, that's your wife? Oh, and they always have a how did you pull that off look?
You would think we would be the couple here.
Yeah.
Because we're both very, very, very
Tall.
Tall.
and very attractive.
Yeah, good looking people.
We both have green eyes.
I have hazel.
Hazel.
Oh, it's green. You have green eyes.
It's the reflection
No,
of
I
your
have my
sweater.
colors done. I have my colors done. I'm the
You
winter
an
gentleman.
autumn? Oh, you're a winter.
Oh, did you have your asshole bleached for spring?
I did.
Okay, good.
But basically,
It's
what
spring
you do,
now,
you
so-
match your clothes to your eyes colors. So like, green is great for you because you have green eyes.
She
Does that mean
doesn't-
I'm just supposed to wear green?
What
does
did you
that
wear
mean?
on St. Patty's Day?
I forgot.
Doesn't my wife have?
Is this from St. Patty's Day?
She's been
No,
wearing
I
the same
never
shirt.
put it on.
But-
I
but-
bought it for St. Patrick's Day and never wore
But
it.
aren't her eyes gorgeous? Doesn't my
Yeah,
wife have
they are.
beautiful eyes? She has green. They're beautiful. She has
Let me see.
gorgeous eyes. Look at them. They're. Wait a minute.
Don't you hate when you get a lot of St. Patty's Day stuff? Like you get it in like December because it's you saw it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. And then you put
You
it in a
never,
drawer.
ever, it
You
never,
forget
ever goes
about
out.
it.
Yeah.
And then like in
You
July,
remember the
you
day
see
after.
it. Oh, I
Ah!
should have.
Yeah. Did you do anything for St. Patrick's Day?
No, I didn't even wear green.
I didn't either. I made sure my kids did because I didn't want them to get pinched.
Yeah.
But
Are you Irish?
I'm half Irish.
We found out. This is really exciting for me. That Jenna's part American Indian.
My
Which
great
part?
grandma on my mom's side.
We're not exactly. I can.
That's where the
My
height comes
mom's
from.
grandma on her mom's side, all maternal, was
I
full American Indian.
I have
100%.
I have little Indian
Wow.
kids. I always wanted
tribe?
Indian kids.
I don't know. We're waiting to find out.
Now,
We
here's the
should
thing.
know in a
Hey,
week
what
or so.
about doing that ancestry or that?
My
That's
sister's
what we're gonna
doing
do.
that.
We're doing
the one
it.
you spit on.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
better.
We just had my parents do it.
And
Can you
we
pee on it too, or just pee?
you shit on it. You shit.
I was gonna say that, but I thought
you get like a coin and you it's a whole thing that you have to send it in. But we found out but it's from the Arkansas area.
What?
No, wait, it's Kansas.
No, we don't know yet.
No, but you said the area of the United States that it's from.
No, my mom was born in North Carolina.
Yes, but no, honey.
And
Don't do
there's
this to me.
no, because I don't know.
But you said parts, which made me go because I'm an American Indian historian and I knew what tribes are from this area. And you said like the Omaha, Nebraska, or Kansas area.
Well,
Maybe the
because my
Cherokee.
grandma was from
Oh.
Omaha,
It'd be Kiowa Comanche. It'd be the Kiowa Comanche, which
and which is his whole thing. He thinks he's a Comanche Indian.
anyway, we're not gonna. I don't
What do you
think.
think about these baseball teams that name them after Indians and stuff?
Can I talk about that for a second? Okay,
This is
I
where I
think
put
getting
my mic
offended
down.
by that is the stupidest fucking thing in the world.
Right?
The Atlanta Braves. Let's talk about that first of all. So you're naming it. You're not naming your team after something that you abhor or think is degrading, right? You're naming it after something that inspires you or is something to aspire to or encourages bigger thoughts. So let's just talk about. So there's a lot of upset about the Atlanta Braves, and they get really. Now it doesn't make any sense. Now the brave meant a warrior. That's what the word. A brave was a warrior in the
Yeah.
tribe. Okay, it's ridiculous. Now I guess there's something to be said about the Washington Redskins because a redskin is a mean thing to say. But
That'd be like,
but wait a minute.
the Detroit blackface team,
Okay, let's check that out. Now the Indians refer to themselves as the people, and they also refer to themselves as the Cowboys weren't the whites. I feel like I'm
The casino owners. That's what
weren't
they-
the only ones that called them Redskins or Red people. They also referred to themselves that
Yeah,
way.
but that's like so do.
But I don't think it's degrading.
Word.
But it's not degrading.
No, but they can call themselves that, but other people can't call them
Okay, I
that.
should shut up.
That's the territory I think that this.
I guess
subject
okay.
comes up in.
The equivalent would be as if there was like a curling team that was like the Las Feliz Jew Boys, and if they weren't Jewish, I guess I would be a little bit.
Yeah. But too, it's not so much the name, it's the drawing.
Of the Indian.
The Indian, I think.
Okay.
That's a lot of it.
Are you being nice to me? Do you hate that it is that?
No, I
Okay.
don't. I even when Trump said there's going to be riots, people were all up in arms. He's inciting violence. They were saying. I think that's just an expression. Like someone like him probably uses it a lot. Oh,
Yeah.
if I don't get this hotel built, there's going to be riots. You know what I mean?
Right. If I don't get the dinner reservations I want, there's gonna be riots.
Yeah,
Heads are gonna roll.
I think the media is just really kind of
Yeah.
out of control.
But I
Do
guess
ya?
it's kind of amazing. The whole thing is kind of
It's like an
ridiculous.
understatement.
It's ridiculous.
really
The
is.
whole thing is ridiculous. It's a whole lot of crazy, kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
And what's amazing is that here's what's amazing about it. And we won't talk a lot about it because I think it's best to keep politics out of anything having to do with anyone.
Laughter.
But I will say this: I think that I laugh at how both sides feel they're both unbelievably right about their opinions, and it's that classic case of when you just back up from it, you go like, all right, It's interesting how each side is very sure that that the other side is absolutely psychotic. And,
It's like a marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not our marriage. I think
We're not going to talk about it.
politicians. No, I would say what I think would be impressive and would actually make me feel somewhat resolved to feel inspired to vote for any particular person.
Look at how long your fingers are.
It's ridiculous.
She could palm a basketball. Oh yeah, you're pretty tall. Look, she almost
Wow.
has hands as long as yours, and her thumb is. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hands.
Not that. It's just a little lipstick.
Go ahead with the story.
But if these people are president, you want to know that they're going to lead because our country's full of both sides and independents and libertarians and everybody. So you want a leader who's like benevolent and conscious enough with a conscience towards like what's. I know I'm going there. I'm just going to say this though. I want to see like someone who's a potential president who actually can like show that they can regard the common in all people and lead that way instead of attacking the other side, because in attacking the other side, they're attacking all the other people. Is that like a low IQ comment? But no one's doing that,
I think
though.
that's their plan once they get in the office.
Yeah,
But
but
it's really
that might
taken-
help them get voted in. If I mean, you can't please everybody, obviously,
Kevin,
but
Kevin, be Bodhi right now. Kevin, be
No,
Bodhi.
I disagree, but you might be right.
have you found that your sense of humor saves you in your marriage?
Oh, I find that I really am able to laugh at a lot of things now instead of getting angry.
Right.
I don't know if that's being like passive aggressive or cynical or sarcastic.
I think it's great.
but,
I think it's great. If it keeps you out of the doghouse, then fucking laugh away.
Here was the last not argument, but disagreement we had. Apparently, I cannot multitask.
Because you're a guy.
I'm
It's
a guy.
not you. It's every guy. You're singularly driven.
Oh my god,
I was, I like to cook, and I was making. I don't have a name for it, but it's lentils, tofu, mango sliced up in there.
yeah.
Peppers, onions, things like that. Put it in the oven. Set the timer for 10 minutes. And I wait in the kitchen. And it's starting to smell good. Buzzer goes off. Take it out. Check it. Put it back in. Set the timer for another 10 minutes. What's that, a box over there? I want to bring this box down into the garage.
Yeah, and work on it.
Because 10 minutes is plenty of time for me to get down to the garage and get back.
And work on a project.
Yeah, I work on a project. So I get down to the garage and I put the box down there. And what is that, a photo album over there? Let me take a look at that photo album.
When's the last time
I do the same
When's the last time
thing.
I've gone through that?
Yes, I'm sitting down. 20 minutes later, I hear footsteps. The kitchen's over the
Yeah.
garage. I hear,
Yeah, tromping. Yeah.
Kevin! What? I run upstairs. It's kind of smoky.
Yeah.
The pan is sitting on the stovetop, burnt to a crisp. And Susan, my wife, goes, "You cannot multitask." I said, "You might be right."
Yeah. So was it a waste? Was it gone?
Oh, it was gone.
It was gone.
That's so disappointing. All your hard work.
It's like one time I made oatmeal. I love to make oatmeal in the morning. What I do is
Every morning.
yeah,
Make it
lentils, tofu, and onions, all that stuff. Excuse me. So, but I make the oatmeal and I put like berries in it and
Yeah. Absolutely.
everything,
Yeah.
walnuts.
Yeah.
And I take a lot of time and prep, some almond milk, put it in there, come over to the table, slide it over to my spot. It goes right off the end of the table.
Was Susan there for that?
No.
Oh, yeah, that in private, or did your
That
kid
was
get a
private.
laugh at you?
But that wasn't even multitasking. That was
No, that
focusing
was
on one.
absolutely
I can't do single tasking either.
misestimation
So that's
of
just basic-
velocity and force.
Yeah, yeah. But I didn't realize that the tabletop was so shiny, and slippery.
Well, with the full-time care that Susan's going to start providing for you, none of this is going to happen ever again.
Well, you know what? As I get older, I start sizing up her capability of that.
Yeah.
I'm start thinking, do I need long-term, health insurance now, or I wonder if she's capable of like changing the bedpan and stuff. I've been looking at long-term.
Capable or willing?
Willing, maybe.
That
Yeah,
might be
that's
the
more
key
of it.
word there.
Willing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that.
No,
You
I
guys
have.
are pretty much the same age, right?
I'm a bit
He's
older,
older.
but we've been together quite a while, and I've thought about some of that stuff.
Like
about-
capabilities?
No, like if I want to make sure that I keep everything working together, because there's a certain point where I feel like it's not going to really be fair to you if you're wheeling me around feeding me. Because I feel like that's not the nicest thing to do to someone. Until you're like in your 90s, then maybe it's okay, but it's not good to do in your 50s. So-
Right. And I start looking at my kid. I think, I wonder if he's capable or willing to do it.
Yeah.
If she's not.
Right.
So,
Teach them well.
but
Yeah.
what about
Teach
going to
him.
prison? Would you visit him in prison and wait it
No,
out
it'd
his
be a
term?
fucking vacation for me. Are you kidding me? I'd be like,
She'd be feeding the judge evidence against me, Kevin. She'd be testifying. I don't think he's safe yet. I think
like
he's a
a
menace.
little more time. Thank
Yeah.
you, Judge. This is good for him.
You've been together for 26 years. You've forgiven him for a lot of things over the years.
Yes, I
Is there
have.
anything
Many
you-
amnesties.
Anything that you would not forgive him for,
Good question. Good question.
aside from murder? But even
That he
some
hasn't
people-
done yet.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute, and that's a good question because we were talking about someone last night that's in the press that went through a divorce because the person's husband slept with the nanny. This was something that was in the press. Like a
I know who you're
tabloid
talking
fodder.
about. I know who you're talking about. No.
It doesn't even matter.
Most public females
but
out there with children.
But I was thinking about it because it isn't. Here's the thing: fucking the nanny is bad. But the guy had an affair with the nanny, which is like that. So I was saying to Jen, I was like, God, that's really fucked up. And Jen was saying, yeah, I mean, like fucking the nanny, that's the worst fucking thing you could do. And I was thinking in my head, like, well, wait a minute, no, I've not fucked our nannies, but we've had nannies in our house that Jenna has hired that have been very, very, very fuckable.
Wow, that's interesting.
She's
you
always
allow that.
Kevin. She always
My wife
hires.
wouldn't allow that.
No, she always hires the hottest.
I
nannies.
do. I don't
always.
know.
Matter of fact, she's
Not by it's not something I'm thinking about. They just happen to be like,
So they're
my friends. I'm like, hey, do you know anyone who wants to,
Maybe you screw my husband?
So there was one that she hired for a little while that did the like, and I'm a gymnast too, and here's what I can do. And then, no, I swear to God, like came over like in like yoga pants and did like, and here's what I can do. And she left for the day, and I said to Jenna, so I'll fuck that nanny. So you should fire her because I'll fuck that nanny. So the only difference, so it isn't that the guy fucked the nanny and is a horrible person. It's that he wasn't smart enough to see that's a nanny I'd fuck and get rid of her. Because I'd fuck the nanny too. I'm just smart enough to say, get rid of the fucking nanny because I'll fuck that nanny.
And you do mean the fucking nanny.
No, I'll fuck. If Jenna goes out of town and she's like, here's my yoga positions, I'll be like, I'll fuck you, I'll fuck the nanny.
I like that he thinks that she'd fuck him back.
Oh, like she'd fuck an old Jewish guy. She's like,
It's just automatic that she'd be into fucking
she
you.
she was 20 years younger than me, but I like to still think that.
He thinks it's just automatic.
So the point is that
Shit.
is that it isn't that there. I don't know if she would forgive me, but I wouldn't put myself in a situation where I would do something that dumb. That's the main thing.
Right.
Just-
but what if you're
I
not a
had,
drinker
so-
though? You're not a drinker, so that
I don't
you
know.
couldn't use that excuse.
No.
Oh, yeah, I was drunk.
But that helps.
Yeah, that does.
The
It
drunk
helps
excuse.
keep life a little more orderly, not
If what?
drinking every
Oh.
night or often. Like,
Yeah.
life is hard, man. Like, life has temptations. Life's got torturous moments. Life baits the shit out of you. And, like, I think that if you're constantly, like, setting yourself up to be vulnerable, it's going to be a bad situation.
So is there anything that I could do that you would not
Never
forgive
forgive you for?
Yeah.
And stay with. You could forgive him and leave.
See, I think an affair, because I think an indiscretion would be forgivable.
I would laugh.
But I've not
If there was
done
an
it.
indiscretion, I'd want to hear all about it
You have
because
to
I'd be
define
fascinated.
indiscretion.
Well, like if I fucked a girl. Like we've been together
I'd be
26
like,
years.
you
I've never had an affair. I've never
He's
fucked
never.
another
He's
girl.
been
Ever have a
really-
crush?
Oh, tons. Oh yeah. Oh,
We
fuck
talk
yeah.
about it all. We tell each
Oh,
other
there's
everything.
there's a few girls.
We don't.
In our early days, there was a few girls in acting class that did tried to pull a move while rehearsing a scene with me.
Yeah.
And I went home to Jen. I was like, that was very fucking close. Like that was very
Yeah.
fucking close. But
Have you ever seen that van? I think it's in the valley mostly. Topless maid.
Yes,
Yes,
I see it all over
everybody
the
sees
place.
this.
There's
I-
one on Franklin.
I
Hollywood.
can't think of a more disgusting image.
Or
Well,
Hollywood. Yeah.
A lot of
myself.
guys are saying that would be exciting, to have one.
Are you
But for
kidding
me, they could be fully clothed in ski outfits. If they're cleaning my house, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Somebody else is cleaning the house. I love it. I would get off on that.
I can't think of a more disgusting image than like the boobs jiggling as they scrub the toilet. I keep thinking like it's such a gimmick because you know that they're topless. They're not going to really do that much. Like they're
Well,
not.
yeah.
Gonna,
But
they're not.
they're
Gonna,
on their knees. You guys
They're not
don't
gonna
care.
go
You're just
through
gonna
to the
just
happy
stay there
ending.
for a sec. Just stay there.
but it's like so. What do you follow them around like into the different rooms while they clean like just on your phone? Yeah, now I'm in here. Oh, now we're in here. It's so stupid.
Can you imagine
it's
them
so
cleaning
stupid.
like the glass table, coffee top, they're leaning over?
Yeah, and their boobs are just rubbing
Nipple
on it.
marks all over the
Nipple
place at
marks.
the end of the day.
If they have really big tits, it's just washing the dishes, and the tits are just banging into your kids'
They strap the cloth on the end of the dress. Yeah, let me get that for you.
tits, knocking into your kids' soup bowls.
There you go, I got it. Let me get that.
It's horrible. What they should have is nude male cleaners. Now that would be amazing, where you could just have a guy with just a bad dong walking around. That's what I'm gonna get for Jack
Vacuuming.
for her birthday. Just a guy with the dong.
Yeah.
Just as he's doing the windows. Just the dong.
That'll tell you how how badly you want your house clean? What is the age of the woman topless? Will you go up to like 70,
Yeah.
80? How bad do you need your house clean?
Will they have to strap them down? All right. Well, I think that's about what we've got for today on
No.
our kicking and screaming. That's what?
Yes.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Is
I mean,
that-
we went over because Kevin's charming. And
Oh, is that why?
yeah, because he's got to go, and that was longer than we usually go, but it was. Why
It's not how you end a set.
Why you? Well, I had it going
Not
really
how you
good.
end a set.
Well, because your masterful improv yes and, which always turns into a no, I don't agree. The only times, Kevin, I've sat with Jenna and I've showed her like, see that moment right there? A yes and would work really good because I'll say something and be like, Jenna will go no, and I'll.
Because we're married.
Did you guys meet
It's
on
my
an audition
job.
or something?
We
Is that
did.
what you told me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I met her.
And
Do you know
said
we
you're
were-
gonna marry her?
Huh?
You
I
were gonna
said
marry
within
her.
a few seconds this was the girl I was
Yeah.
going to marry. Within a few seconds. I
How's
said,
that
this is
turned
the-
out for you?
My wife said the same thing about me.
She did?
Really?
Yeah. I go to a pilot. A friend of mine's doing a talk show pilot.
Uh-huh.
And it's me and Kevin James and Ray Romano. I got there late because I was doing another show. I'm always working.
Yeah.
And I get there, and the show's already, taping it. And Susan, my wife, is in the makeup room. They're way behind. She's the comedic fashion correspondent. She's sitting there. I'd been divorced for a while, and I was finally ready to meet somebody,
Yeah.
because I just didn't want to be with anybody. for
We
a
have
long time.
needs.
Yeah. So I see her, and I thought to myself, wow, she's cute. But on the way over there, and I'm not kidding around, I was seriously thinking, I wonder if I'll ever have a family or a kid, because that's always what I wanted.
Wow.
And my first wife wanted a kid originally, but 2 years in, she said, "No, I don't want kids." But I stayed with her because I love her.
Yeah.
That's a whole other story. But anyway, so I see Susan sitting in the makeup chair, and she's attractive. And I get down to my makeup artist, there's like 3 or 4 makeup chairs. Nobody else is in the room. And I said to my makeup artist loud enough for her to hear, I said, you hear a lot about single women or actresses adopting a kid. Can a single guy adopt a kid? And she perked up. She heard that.
Oh
and
my
that was
God.
like,
That was
I wasn't
it.
meaning it to be a pickup line, but it turned out to be the best pickup line ever because it told her everything about me. It told her
Right.
that
It said
I was
everything.
single, I wanted to have a kid, and we just started talking.
Man, you nailed it.
During the show, like backstage and making
Yeah.
each other laugh, and I invited her to come. I'm not a good closer.
Yeah.
I'm not really good with
Because you killed with the pickup.
Yeah, that was a tough one to follow.
Yeah.
But this time it was very easy because everybody was going out for drinks,
Yeah.
after the taping. And so we had such a great time, and I did my thing, and she hadn't gone on yet. I waited around for her to do her thing. And I said, hey, do you want to come and join us for drinks? We're all going out for drinks. And she goes, oh, that's nice, but I have to get up early. And I thought, oh, okay. So I gave her, she gave me her email because she wanted to come and watch one of the tapings. I invited her to come see a taping of the show I was doing. It's called The Conspiracy Zone.
Uh-huh.
And she got home, and she didn't have to get up early the next day. She had to go home and break up with her boyfriend.
Oh.
It's an on again, off again boyfriend.
Yeah.
Wow.
But she
Former
knew.
friend with privilege.
But she knew.
She knew. She called her mother. She goes, I met the man I'm going to marry.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Isn't it?
That's
Isn't
amazing
it?
in that moment that she knew she had to go break up with him, and that's why she didn't go out with you.
I know, her
That's
ethics.
amazing.
And
Amazing.
and I already sent, by the time she got home, she got an email from me, saying what time the show was,
Yeah.
and where to get the tickets. And then she came to the show.
God, that's amazing. I love that story.
Yeah, it was great.
That was so much better than just me asking Jenna if she wouldn't mind cleaning my house with her shirt off. I mean, it
We
worked.
gotta go.
It worked. It worked, but
That's a good outline right there.
Thank you. You're
Thank
so
you.
awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you
that was
so much
nice.
for coming.
That
I
was
hope
amazing.
your marriage lasts forever.
Yeah, well,
it's
though it's kind
not
of
looking
kicking and
good.
screaming.
It's not looking good, but
thanks, Kevin Nealon.
Thank you, Jenna, Elfman, and Bodhi, Elfman.